Okay, if we just break this down into the numbers of shots and the difficulties of filming, I would say that this paragraph is setting yourself. Everything that we've had so far, I can see as doable.
Mm-hmm.
This paragraph is a world of worry for you and me. Okay, because first of all, you've got to work out how to shoot a montage of them on the train. Yes, you can show them traveling on the train. That's possible, and you can actually do it with just a shot or two.
Yeah.
Josh. Yeah. But showing people hitchhiking, you've got them standing on the road. Are cars actually going to stop? How do you shoot that?
I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, I suppose that doesn't have to be a very long shot. It just has to be a quick thingy. And I was just going to I know people who have cars and things like that, obviously. So I'm going to let them act and just pull over as soon as they. So it's not like them waiting around for ages. It's just them like that, and someone comes straight away. But that isn't that an important scene to me. I was just trying to show the audience.
No, I think it's too ambitious. You know, meeting a family takes loads and loads of shots. Loads and loads of places take loads of shots.
Yeah.
Walking in the fields is fine. Where are we going with this, though?
He's just trying to do something. He's fed up of like just sitting on the same bench every day. So he just wants to go somewhere and go out of London. Because where he sits there and when he sees people having fun, it's not his idea of fun. So he's just trying to find out what he actually enjoys.
What does the card say?
It's the phone number of the person who sat next to him. And I was probably going to have to add some dialogue in there.
And what happens with the phone? So he puts the phone to his ear and then smiles. Why?
Because they're talking about, let's just go somewhere and see if we can do something else and just sit on a bench. And then they meet him at a train station and they just leave London and go find out about what to do. I don't know how to explain it in words, to be honest. It's just like...
Why don't you have but then if you have another person there, then you've got an issue with dialogue. And so you could have, for example, someone leaving a card saying, chase your bliss or something like that, some kind of triggering piece of advice. And then you could have him doing all sorts of things. And that, if you keep it to one person, then you don't have to worry about dialogue, and it's quite nice to have it in the way that it is, in a kind of, it's almost like a silent film with music, and you should have some diegetic sound, but a film where there's not talking, like The Stutterer. And I think you're right to come back to him on the bench, having had his adventure.
I think I wanted to do a different bench, though. Not the same bench, but the same shot as the previous bench, but just somewhere else.
Good. Yeah, that would work. Length of time. Remember, we need 4.5 minutes, and I think you're going to be a bit short with what you've got here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. That's why I wanted to do the whole family bit.
Yeah.
Just to see if it added up to the time bit.
You see, I would say, if we look at...
Oh yeah, I've seen this with the train journey.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But it would be quick then, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But actually, the style of it,
it's all facing one direction, and that it's not like.
I think that would be a really good thing to rip off.
Yeah, that's
the only trouble is you'd have to slow it down a bit, because otherwise it's only going to take like 20 seconds of your film, and you need another 4 minutes.
Yeah. I did have this in mind when I was thinking about it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
So maybe just take this as a model and think, okay, so if he's got this shot, what shot can I have? If he's got this shot, what shot can I have? And I think that might be helpful. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear you thinking about that. Okay, so next steps: rewrite. Make sure you're using the correct codes.
Yeah.
Rewrite the action with the producer in mind, who needs a kind of thumbnail sketch of who the characters are and what they're doing, rather than lots of detailed shot descriptions. Mm-hmm. Save the shot descriptions somehow for when you're doing your storyboard.
I can screenshot that, what I have now, and just put it in a Word document.
Fine, do that. And then think about what I would dump the other character. I would think about having, if you wanted to have a really, it's a little bit corny, but if you had a beautiful girl come up to him and give him a card and then just walk off, and him be like agog, and then him thinking he's got a phone number and in fact it says something else. That's what engages the audience. It's like the beginning of Winter's Bone. It's like, here's your problem, what are you going to do about it? And then you've got the audience kind of actively interested in where he's going to go. Then you can go into the montage. But I think in between the montage and where we get back to the bench, we need something. And for me, that would be some kind of problem, like, I like the idea of him walking through the fields, but maybe his phone runs out of charge, maybe he's got no money, maybe he can't get back. I think I wouldn't necessarily think about going to the countryside again, because it's just, you can do it in London without giving yourself the problems of organising people and transport. I'm not saying don't, I'm just saying it's challenging, what you're suggesting. So sketch out the montage and think about a problem. So he's followed what she's initiated, but now we've got to get him somehow. We need 2.5 minutes to get him back to the bench, and we need a problem for him to solve.
Yeah.
What could that be? He's lost his wallet.
Well, I was thinking maybe that his phone does run out of battery, but in the end of the day, he has done something that he wouldn't normally do, so he's not very bothered by it. So he's still just sort of happy at the end of the day. So he overcomes that problem just by being whatever.
Okay. How do we show that then?
So just he looks, his phone doesn't turn off. Maybe he just throws it. And
all right.
Gets shot, hitting the ground. Then he goes, sits on the bench and just feels like he's done something in his life instead of just not doing anything.
So how can you put that in a screenplay? That is your challenge.